Oh, he's very, very excited. He was a dazzling opening batsman for Australia. 74 tests, 14 test 100. He's part of the Channel 7 commentary crew. Mickey Slater, thanks for joining us for lunch. For Fleming, I actually thank you for spending the time to come out here today.
Well, I refused initially. I said no because, well, I'm surprised this segment still exists after last year. And the ratings and all the rest of it. But anyway, it was in the small print of my contract that I had to do one of them.
Come on, you're better than that. This is a fun segment. We've got to be light-hearted.
Well, I'm here. I'm committed.
Okay. Well, you know where you were committed? Opening the batting with your mate Mark Taylor. 14 test hundreds. A lot of success for Australia. Used to get it off to a fly every time.
Yeah, Mark Taylor was great to bat with, and he was from Wagga as well. And I thought that would mean greater understanding between the wickets. But and you know, a quick single was an easy two for him. You know, so he cost me about 1,000 runs in Test cricket because he was so slow between the wickets. He cost me so many runs, and it was really embarrassing at times. So that's why I had to be ultra aggressive
to hit boundaries.
Because if he was getting through to lunch, he was 25 and really motoring.
And how many were you at lunch if he was 25?
Oh, probably 65, but I was having to do a bulk of the scoring because he couldn't run between the wickets. He was a third man, sort of fine leg sort of player, but there was a combination there, there's no doubt about it.
But I thought a bit of yin and yang. You're an entertainer. Remember your first 100 over there in England, 1993? Memories of that?
Yeah, look, to be serious about that opportunity in 93, Ashes came very quickly, and Lord's, the home of cricket, to be playing was just a boyhood dream, and something that I still pinch myself. I can't believe that it actually occurred, and the 152 was something that I still think about and actually disbelieve it actually happened in my second test match. So a great honour, a great thrill, and it was meet the Queen. We won and we batted once, man of the match. I mean, life couldn't get better at the time.
Yeah, interesting, that man of the match comment there. Mickey, 20 years ago, we played against Pakistan. We were both in the team.
Yes.
14 test hundreds. It was one of your best here.
Good
attack.
Yeah, look, I love playing here at the Gabba. It was such a great place to start. You had all the bounce. It hasn't changed, you know. There was such a natural aggression that you could take to the crease here, and when you're taking on the best bowler
that's
I've
what
ever
you're
faced,
known for.
was Makram. Yeah, well, the first time I kissed it, and I think I was the first, was because I wasn't going to kiss Mark Taylor. You know, so I went to the badge, and it seems to have actually become a habit that a lot of people have done. But it was a simple case of kiss the helmet because Mark Taylor was coming up for a bromance kiss. And that was a lot better at the time. But it became a man of the match performance, and I travel with these.
Why have you got here today?
Well, this is the man of the match for that particular...
For that one 20 years ago, I think we've got some vision of some shots there, but why would you take a man of the match trophy around
Well,
with you?
It was the 160, and I think it was the quick 532, so I actually got to talk to the adjudicator of the man of the match, and I asked my dad, I said, how...
Here we are, it was a stitch-up. Why is your dad doing the man of the match award?
He just had that role at the time, and I said, Dad, it was a leg down was there, wasn't it? He said, there was no one came close. He said, but we spoke about Mark Waugh, he got 100. We spoke about Adam Gilchrist on debut, he got 80. We had some other good performances. Glenn McGrath built up a lot of bowling pressure. But he said, but Dad just said, look, son, clearly you were man of the match. So I just travel with these.
A lot of conjecture about that test match 20 years ago. There was another man who made a significant contribution for Australia. I believe we may have some highlights coming up.
You were playing for Victoria at the time?
Oh, no, I was playing for Australia. Right. I was part of the attack. Have a look at this.
Did you play that test match?
The flattest track. I think Wisden rated this the flattest pitch that's ever been played in Test match history. I'm knocking over Wasim Akram there. I believe this is the match-winning wicket here. Who takes this catch?
Oh, who does take it?
That's not you down there.
No.
So I took 9 wickets, Mick.
Actually, Dad did mention...
In a batsman-friendly test match.
He finally came to... Well, Fleming is not going to be happy because 9 for does look like a man-of-the-match performance, really. When you get 4 and then you get 5. He just sort of said, well, it'd be embarrassing to give man of the match to someone who bowls 125 kilometres an hour.
Glenn McGrath wasn't man of the match, though.
Yeah, but Glenn McGrath didn't get the wickets, but he put all the pressure on at the other end, and it was seen that that's where he got the wickets.
We need to get serious here, Mick. We've got a graphic. Just have a look at this graphic. This is Test match 20 years ago. Slats, there's your 169. It was the 6th total runs. My 9 for 100. I took a third of the wickets. So you scored 16% of the runs in this Test match. I took 33% of the wickets. How can you actually sit here with my man of the match trophy and gloat like this?
Well, you'll clearly see my name there. And Dad simply said it was the pace you bowled, it was the type of batsman you got out on the day, and the pressure was being built at the other end. And there are other performances that were simply more outstanding than yours, like Mark Waugh comes to mind, and Greg Blewett as well.
Guess what? I believe you're telling a little bit of a white lie, Mickey boy, because Cricket Australia are actually a new initiative.
Yes.
They're bringing in retrospective man of the match awards, and
over 20 years later.
Oh yes, any injustices over the years with the man of the match, they've gone back and they've found some man of the match adjudicators, and we've actually found the right man from 20 years ago, Martin Blake, and let's hear what he's got to say.
Flem, this is an apology. It's sat with me for 20 years, this thing. I know that I was seduced by Slats' stroke play on that last day at the Gabba. I forgot about how you'd set up the game. I'm sorry, Slats, you're just going to have to give back the 10 card or the 2 grand or whatever it was. There's my apology. I've done it. It's hard, but I have to say it.
Well, Martin Blake. Now, Martin's a big man.
How much have you paid him for that? You have paid for this segment, you've paid for that.
Are you a big man? Are you going to give me back my man of the match trophy?
I will let you touch this trophy.
No, but it's mine.
I will let you touch it. What you don't know is I actually got a ball that you bowl with, and I'll hand that to you, and I'll allow you to think that you were close.
You scored 16% of the runs. I got 33%. Mal, we're going to have to go. We're going to have to work this out.
Can I just say, the Adelaide Man of the Match trophy is a big one, and I've sent it in a courier on the way for the next Test match.
You take one of these. I'll give you the man of the match. Back to you, Mal.
No, you're not
it's
taking.
It's not going to end well, this one.